Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, I'm jumping on. I'm just doing a live stream, and I don't know if anybody's going to join me in here. But I was going to record a video, and I thought, no, I'm not going to record today and vlog or anything. I thought I haven't done a live in a while, and I thought I would give this a shot. I don't know how this is going to work because I'm trying to do this from my phone instead of my computer desktop. So but I have a busy day ahead. Not really. It's busy by design, which is a lot different than busy by default. So, which is how I was operating sort of last year. I did a lot of things busy by default, and I'm being a little more intentional and mindful as I've stepped into 2021. So I thought I'd give you guys a quick update on how some of the systems are going that I'm using, what I've got going on for the day, just a really quick update. And if anybody joins, then we can chat a little bit. If not, this will just go out and it'll be my quick update. So I did start my day off with a green smoothie. So if you're watching, let me know in the comments how you start your day off. Are you anybody else doing green smoothies? Oh, hi, Fitness and Meals. Hello there. It's nice to see you. Good morning. Good morning. I just decided to jump on and do a quick live this morning rather than try to vlog or anything because I really want to stay. I'm like really want to stay on track with some of the changes I'm making. Life Adventures in Keto. Hi, Michelle. Welcome. You guys know me. I jump on and just do things on the fly. Change it up. Yes, I do change it up. you know, you got to change it up sometimes. So I probably have green smoothie all over my mouth, but um, oh, you had a bulletproof coffee and hamburger cheese product microwave. Michelle, that actually sounds good. Now I've been listening to Fly Lady quite a bit because she's just motivating me. Even though I'm making just like small changes in the way that I create habits in my life, and she's really helping me with that. And she's doing keto, so she's sharing a lot of stuff about um, keto stuff as she's just doing her, her recordings and her live streams and talking about habits and structures and keeping the house clean and staying all caught up, all that stuff. So she's been talking a lot about that, and it's got me kind of curious. Oh, did you start? Oh, all right, Michelle. My sink is sparkling right now, so that's you know, yes. To my sink, yes. Martha Seeley, yes. No, Martha Seeley. That's the one. That's the one I've been. That's the one I'm doing. She's the one I'm listening to. She's got that Southern accent. She reminds me of like one of my great aunts. It just for some reason I feel like that's helping me right now. So, yeah. How about you? Is that who do you listen to her, or are you following her stuff, or you? Because there's so many people out there, and I am reading her book, Chaos, the Chaos Cure. That I've been listening to it on audio. That really, really helps. So now smoothies, fitness, and meals. These smoothies are your first, are my first love. Yes. I'm just starting my green smoothie routine. And so far I started it last year, and I was trying to do it with my my full-size Ninja blender, and I was making a mess. I was making too much, and then I didn't want to waste it, so I would be drinking all this smoothie in the morning. Now with the my little small blender, it's helping. So it's so much easier, which is that's what I'm finding. It's just little tiny changes, really makes the difference. And I'm one that, like, I want to jump in and I want to make all these changes at once to make my life better, and then I get overwhelmed and then I quit. That's sort of my pattern. So just making small changes, like getting a smaller smoothie maker, and you know and I'm kind of like, I'll watch some of these programs and it just seems like all they do is market, and then I'm like, yeah, it's probably not that good. They're just trying to market their product, and then I don't want to try it. And I'm trying to, like, I'm really looking at reviews and really paying attention to actual like people, like little people like me actually using the stuff and seeing what they think, you know? So, oh, good morning, Nona Grace. Good morning. I just watched your video just a short while ago, and you were talking about your experiences near the creek as a little girl and how you got hurt, and it was just cracking me up because that was my how I am too. I was raised that way too, and wow, things are different. Oh, good morning, Laura. Good morning, good morning. I'm glad you could join. Oh no, auto corrected it wrong. I better go look. Shoot. Sometimes, oh my gosh, I better go check that. I'll go check it or just delete my comment, Nona Grace, if you need to. And I do that a lot because I'm rushing around and I'm like listening to a video and then I'm like speaking into my phone. And I sometimes will speak and it doesn't say what I mean it to. So that's a bummer. So I haven't followed Martha in a minute. Oh, but the others don't do it justice. So I have her on autoplay. Okay. Now I got to grab a Kleenex, guys. It is 14 degrees outside, and I was just outside a little bit ago, taking care of a few things. So, okay, all right, you're taking a break to do the dishes. Oh, awesome, Laura, I'm glad. I'm glad you saw me on your break. I don't plan to stay on too long. So, my comment of your name. Oh, no, my comment of your name. Okay, Nona Grace. Okay, I thought you meant because I do things all the time. Like I'm always having to, I know Lori Fluffy Nomo has said she cracked up at one of my comments to her and she says, I know it was autocorrect. And I went back and read it and I was so embarrassed and then I deleted it and I tried it again. So that darn autocorrect. Michelle, I came to watch because you get me. Oh, well, Michelle, that's awesome because okay, and you needed it. And you know what? That's how I feel. Like I love doing videos and all, but it's the community, like the community here that is so positive, and you are definitely at the top. I've noticed, Michelle, I've noticed your videos, like I've really been watching them. Sometimes I don't comment right away because I'll have them on my playlist and I'll watch them while I'm doing something else. And then I try to go back and look at my history and make sure I go comment. But you have you've got this positive kind of vibe going on your channel. You always have, but it's like at another level now. And I know you're still going through, things are happening in life and it's not easy to do that. So you do that for me too. And I'm glad that I can do that for you. That's what we do. We lift each other up, So, okay. Awesome. Okay. Fitness and meals. Okay. You're still there. Me, not you. Okay, Nona Grace. I'm glad I'm not the only one that has problems with autocorrect. A positive intro. Oh, thank you, Laura. That means so much. I've been so I don't really follow like sign, like I'm a Sagittarius and my birthday's in December. And I'm like, I don't really pay that close attention to that stuff really, but it's interesting that, I'll look and I'll like, I look at my son, I look at my daughter and my husband, and I read the characteristics that they say, under certain signs you have. And I go, okay, I can see that in my family. And then I look at mine and sometimes I'm like, well, that doesn't seem like me. But one of the things I recently read was that we're overly optimistic sometimes. And I thought, well, I'd rather be overly optimistic than the other, And what does that even mean, overly optimistic? There's nothing wrong with being positive. There's always something we can find to be positive about. So, oh, so Laura, you're a Leo, so we are fire signs. Okay, that I'm not quite sure I don't really understand the whole fire signs and water signs. My daughter's a water sign, and all I know is she loves water. That's what I think about that kind of thing. So I actually am taking a few little fun classes on Udemy about things like, just different topics I want to learn more about. And one of the teachers in there was talking about that. So maybe I'll learn more. So yes, positivity is good. I agree. Fitness and meals. And I've been doing the Miracle Morning routine, and Michelle, I heard you talk about that, and I've known about it and I've looked at it, but you mentioned it I've heard you mention it a couple times lately, which really was my inspiration for going back and looking at it again. So I've been doing the savers. Oh, Nona Grace, you're a fire sign too. Well, see, that's why we're all, oh, and then you're a Scorpio, Michelle. So, okay, so Scorpio, your birthday's in November, is that right? Like, it's funny, a lot of my friends a lot of my like close girlfriends that I've been friends with for a long time are like face to face, are November birthdays. So Nona Grace, you're a fire sign, and then Jim's a water sign. See, I'm a fire sign, and John's a Cancer. He's a July baby. So I don't know what Cancer is, but when I've looked at it, Sagittarius and Cancer are supposed to be like not compatible at all. But we've been married for 33 years, and we dated 5 years before that, and we're doing pretty darn good. Um, so okay, you need to buckle down on the MMR, Michelle. So you got me going back to that, and you're late October, so that's yeah, March. So you're March, Nona Grace. So are you Pisces? My daughter's March as well, and she's Pisces. So that might be you because that's a water sign. Um, yeah, I could see that. I mean, isn't it interesting? Oh, it's so interesting. My daughter is a very, very active and always exploring new things, and just, yeah. So Scorpio and Cancer, not so much either, but 27 years, yeah. Well, so we prove them wrong. So they say opposites attract, right? So, but the Miracle Morning routine, that's really been helping me because, the acronym SAVERS, SAVERS, I start off at 6 a.m. and I just wake up and I'm silent. That's the S, silent. I'm just silent. I don't turn on my phone right away. I have some silence time. And so S, and then A, affirmations. That's just when I wake up in the morning and I start that negative self-talk, like, oh my gosh, it's Wednesday. It's going to be a crappy day. I mean, today's Tuesday, but I mean, that's what I do sometimes. I think, oh, I've got to do this. Oh, I need to do that. I need to remember Aries. Okay, Nona Grace, so Pisces and Aries are both water signs, and depends on your rising sun and moon. Well, yeah, and that's true, Laura. I've heard that the rising sun and moon would make you compatible, and if you're natural understand each, yeah. So I don't know what time I was born, and I haven't been. I guess I was born on a Navy base, and I could probably find that out, but my birth certificate doesn't have my time. So finally love yourself. I am striving for this from here forward. Ah, Michelle, I love that. I sometimes forget that, and I should mention that more when I talk about finally love yourself. That, and the thing is, I've always beat myself up because, okay, Aries is fire. No, Aries is fire. Okay. Aries is fire. Okay. Um, so Michelle, I'm working on that too. And I feel like I should know better. I should know better. I know the importance of self-care, and you know, our thinking is wired, and we have to work on that. We have to consciously work on that. That's what I'm doing. So affirmations when I wake up in the morning and I start that negative thinking and I just think, oh my gosh, I still have Christmas decor up. I need to take it down. But then I think, but I don't have to take it down all today. I just have to do a little bit each day and it will get done. Oh, I have to run these errands, and John wanted me to go pick up his computer, and then this and then that, and all the computer. We went through this whole thing with the computer, so that's on my mind. It broke. I took it in, got it fixed, brought it home. It didn't come on. I took it back in, got it fixed again. Now it's working, and he's just had. Oh, this is my reminder to drink water. Oh goodness. How do I turn that off? Alexa off. Oh, how do I turn this off? Oh my gosh. Alexa off. Okay, I think I lied there. Okay. So that's my life right there. That is my life. Um, my planner helps me, but it's down and not on focus on. Okay. Your what's the B beat in planner? Um, so what is that? What is that, Michelle? Speaking of planner, I got my Cultivate What Matters. It's the Cultivate What Matters 2021 Power Sheets Goal Planner. This came yesterday, and I'm really, really excited to try it. I was looking through the questions. A really good friend of mine referred it, and she's a very good life coach. She's retired now, pretty much like me, but we talk all the time. And so she uses this, and she said, give it a shot. And I had some birthday money, and I was like, oh, I don't really want to spend the money on this planner, but I did. And I was reading through it, and I really like the way it operates, because it does, you set your, you start kind of get clear about what you want to create in the next 3 months. And then at the end of that, you reassess. And that's kind of what I do anyway, daily, but okay. Oh, okay. Okay, daily. I gotcha. Okay, so your daily planner helps. Yeah. Um, I have all my stuff on my online calendar, and I pop it up on my TV screen in the kitchen sometimes just to have it in front of me. And then I have so my daily planning, but then I have just like my this kind of thing just to get me focused on what I really want to create. Um, and it's hard right now because I'm only working like a few hours a day, and I'm like, oh, am I a housewife? What am I? I don't have that sense of identity right now. I'm an empty nester. I think that's really been what's getting in my way, is I've always identified with my career, my title, my job, like that's a big shift for me. So on my income taxes 2 years ago, for the first time ever, I put housewife. Because I closed my business, I told John I I don't know I don't know when people say, what do you do? I don't even know what to say anymore. But I'm like, I'm not gonna let that bother me. I am going to focus on my life. I mean, this is my life and what I want to create. And so when I have a plan, I feel really guilty getting a planner like this, going, well, what are you planning your laundry? What are you doing? But it's so much more than that. It's like planning um, what brings you joy, what brings you happiness. You can't schedule your day around your chores and your to-dos. You have to, like, those things get done, and having a system to get those done is the whole point. And then when they're done, you have the space in your life to go and explore and learn. And I'm always somebody who's going to want to learn and grow and read and all of those things. So that's what I'm finding. The system is just taking care of that stuff, and my mind is much quieter. And then I can, devote more time to, people say self-care, but it's like, it's necessary. It's essential. Like, you gotta keep doing the things that get you excited. Like Nona Grace had you'd asked on your channel, I remember, what gets you excited to wake up in the morning? And I realized when you asked that, well, one of the things was my YouTube channel. And then I kind of lost, like, last year, like halfway through the year, I kept thinking, well, what do I want to focus on? Everybody's got a niche, and and then all people are starting to grow and get really big. And then I was thinking, well, if I'm going to grow my channel, it's got to be on something that I want to do. And a domestic engineer, yes. That's it. I'm going to remember. I know I've heard that term, but I'm going to remember that. John's an electrical engineer, so I'm a domestic engineer. I like that. To me, that sounds better. So Laura, you don't plan your work. I use a planner for appointments, walks, yoga, ice skating, cleaning, day laundry, day projects, spa night. Yes, that's cool. So I don't plan. Oh, yeah. And I like how you plan for your your self-care. That's what I'm starting to do. Like, because I think if you don't hold the space in your calendar, it just doesn't get done. So, oh, Michelle, hey there, my everyday wife life. I was watching your Christmas takedown this morning. I haven't got to go back and comment, but I started watching that. And got my green smoothie here, Michelle, right here. This is like, you guys have really been the ones when I look back and as I'm journaling, so that's the whole point in this Cultivate What Matters journal is asking a lot of questions, and I'm thinking so many things that I'm doing. Nona Grace, your niche, I think, is you. I mean, it's you, your stories, your experience, and I love your channel. You're one of my favorite channels because I feel like I'm sitting there having coffee with a friend, and you're sharing experiences, and I just think today, right now, that's something that we need, that connection. So you didn't drink your green smoothie yet, Michelle. Well, so you do intermittent fast. Do you do some of that intermittent fasting? Because I'm starting to get my head wrapped around this whole idea of you don't have to eat until you're hungry, and you don't necessarily have to wake up and have your green smoothie first thing in the morning. Wait till you're hungry. Um, so, but I went ahead. I'm drinking it because I'm going to go get into my gym here in a minute. So, but yeah, cultivating what matters is asking questions, and what I realized is so many of the things that I'm doing and the positive changes that I've made in the 2 years I've been on YouTube have been because a lot of you guys, because I'll go to your channels, I'll learn things, I'll go, well, things I'd never really heard about, like the miracle morning routine. I didn't hear about that till I started my channel and I started watching other YouTubers. And then Michelle, Life Adventures in Keto, mentioned it. And I know I've heard it from a couple other people, but that's really what got my attention, and I went back and started listening to it. Well, I read it in the Kindle version. So that has been a really positive change. Michelle, my everyday wife life, is the one that, even though I knew about green smoothies, you're the one that got me really like seriously considering trying it, and then I started trying it. So anyway, my channel is like an extension of my life and what I'm wanting to do in my life. It's like I'm not building a channel, I'm building a life, and then I'm sharing it on my channel. So and it's harder. I think it's harder when sometimes the hardest thing for me getting on YouTube was that my age, like my age. So like I'm starting now, and all that's going to happen between now and who knows how long my channel will go, I'll just be getting more wrinkles, and I'll start, it'll be like a living like piece of art that just ages. Like you'll get to see the aging. That's all that's going to happen. So but that's okay. I'm good with that. Spa days. So you've got everything scheduled. That's okay, Laura. That's what I'm starting to do, is like today's planning day and fun day. I actually have my fun day is I'm going to be talking to a friend of mine this afternoon on the phone. So that's fun. And then laundry. I do a little bit of laundry every day. And Sundays are my hangout movie day with John, or just family day, whatever we decide to do. That's good though. You have it all, and I think that really helps. That's something I'm starting to wrap my head around. Is I wanted to be spontaneous, especially after I quit my business and things quieted down. I got bored. I always say I kind of got bored, and then I started a YouTube channel because I didn't know what to do with myself. But then I kept saying, I want spontaneity. I want fun. I don't want structure. I'm tired of structure. And then as I've started implementing structure back into my life, I'm realizing I need the structure, even to schedule the fun times. So, so you're okay. So Nona Grace, you're doing intermittent fasting, and you're pushing the water. I am too. I have to fill up my jug. I heard somebody talk the other day about a hydration center, and I'm trying to I'm putting this big jug of water by my coffee every morning, and then I just fill up my glass, and I'm drinking quite a bit. This is 2 liters, and I usually drink about, on a workout day, about that much. That's been a challenge for me, Nona Grace. Do you find it difficult to get all your water in? Because that's been a challenge for me. So, Michelle, you're dabbling in intermittent fasting. Okay, and doing intuitive eating. So Michelle, my everyday wife life. Uh, I say Michelle, and we have two Michelles here. So, yeah, I think that I'm working on the intuitive eating a little more and seeing the value of intermittent fasting. Oh, yes, Nona Grace, that's what I was thinking. I wished I would have been on YouTube when I was actually going through my health crisis and then losing my weight, and because it was hard. I think that would have been fun to document that. I bet your 30s, 40s, and 50s would have been. Um, I mean, just looking at some of the things that you do, and like you were touring your RV, like when you did that tour, and I was thinking, wow, this your RV is the one everybody probably wanted to hang out in, just like probably your home, because I think it seems like you just had so much going on, and you always you have this positivity, but you also have this confidence that that I think instills you instill confidence in other people. That's kind of how I feel. Like I bet you were really good at what you did, because I know you did a lot of fostering and things. So water's an issue. Yeah. Me too. I'm having a hard time drinking enough water. So yeah, see a lot of us, Nona Grace too. Um, so I was so Fly Ladies talks about saving dinner, and saving dinners I think is savingdinners.com, and it's this other gal that I think they do a lot of stuff together. And this gal's a nutritionist, and she had this webinar that I joined the other night. And so she was talking about the keto diet, and she was talking about water. And Michelle, you're back to eating keto foods. Yeah. So, so she was talking about all of this, and so I ordered some bone broth and some collagen powder. I ordered some. I don't want to do strict keto. I want to do more paleo diet, I think, but I'm definitely trying to weed out. Like I had a video the other day, and I showed that chicken pot pie. I'm trying to say goodbye to that kind of thing and just eat. I'm starting to lose my interest in eating all those carbs, like sweet potatoes, French fries, and that processed foods. I really want to get away from that. So not all the time, 80% of the time, 20% of the time, I will eat a Big Mac or something like that. So meal planning. I'm doing more today's meal planning. That's what's on my calendar. Meal planning. I put my order in for Walmart pickup for Thursday as I plan my meals in the next 2 days. So yeah, water is, I think it's necessary to drink a gallon. Okay. Yeah, that's what I've been hearing too, Michelle, about not really having to drink a gallon of water. And I'm not drinking a gallon either. I read something about that, but then it's like half the ounces of your weight is what people say. And I went on the WebMD and WebMD site, and then another one. I'm drinking that half my weight. Yes, drinking half my weight in ounces. That's right. That's what I've been reading. And then 48 ounces, baby steps. Yes. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. Yeah, that's what I've been hearing too. And then I went on WebMD and what's the other one? The Mayo Clinic. I like to go to their site sometimes, and a couple of others. I read a bunch of articles about hydrating, and they were saying, well, decaffeinated coffee counts for your hydration. And I thought, well, that's good because I'm drinking decaf. Um, so yeah, so you missed pasta, Nona Grace. I had some really good veggie pasta last night. Still has some carbs. It's not keto, but it was veggie pasta I got in the frozen section at the supermarket. And we had that with marinara sauce and Italian sausage last night. It was really good. So yeah, what was I saying? Got all these notifications. Yeah, so that decaf coffee counts. But then I was reading an article about how decaf coffee is the process they use for decaffeinating coffee is not necessarily a healthy process. So then that got me all in a tizzy. Like, oh, what am I going to do now if I don't drink decaf coffee? So I've been drinking decaffeinated or herbal teas in the afternoon, and I really like that. I haven't missed my coffee, and I do think having a green smoothie in the morning, it's cut my coffee intake down to 1 cup in the morning instead of 2. Just naturally, I didn't try. It was just a byproduct of that. And then I continue to, I'm shifting over to herbal teas in the afternoon and not coffee, not drinking the decaf coffee. Plus, I looked in on hot flashes and night sweats, which has been a big problem for me. And so it says, it's your hypothalamus, is that right? That triggers it. So it triggers that your body is getting hot, changing temperature. So your body tries to heat your hormones, heat your body up so that it cools you off, something like that. So that's my scientific understanding. And so like room temperatures, in the like shifts in the temperature in the room can affect that, and then caffeine and alcohol and all those types of things. So I've really been paying attention to that, and I bought a weighted blanket that has it's a cooling side, so you put that on you and it cools you, and it's a weighted blanket. I just got it at Walmart for like $39, and that has been a game changer for me. I have not had night sweats since I've been using that blanket, and I was really struggling with that before. I can't say it's just the blanket because I've made changes in my diet too. So let me switch down here. Oh, look, I put that on the screen. Isn't that cool? I was just trying to read it. I wished I was, oh yeah. You know what, Nona Grace, you're entitled to be a pasta snob because you've got that Italian background, right? Yeah, John's not like, he does not like anybody messing with his pasta. So yeah, I don't blame you though. And I don't, okay, pasta looks like, don't taste good to me, just like black olives. So you don't like black olives? Because I do like black olives. Um, but yeah, no, I think you're definitely entitled to be a pasta snob. Um, yes, Michelle, the blanket helps me not to toss and turn. It just, I was really skeptical, but it was a birthday. I mean, not a birthday gift. It was a Christmas gift. And my daughters told me you just need to have one. And I didn't want to put it on my channel because like sometimes I just feel like I have this and I'm trying to sell it. And I don't want to recommend things unless I try them. And I was pretty skeptical about this blanket. But it's really, really made a difference. So let's see, my cooling pillow. Oh, so you have a cooling pillow. I have thought about getting one of those. Look for decaf from water method to extract the caffeine. So there's a more natural process. That's good to know, Laura, because that really kind of bothered me. About decaf, it's a chemical process, and you can taste it. And there is a water method to extract the caffeine from the bean, but it's expensive. So Starbucks used to carry one. Okay, I'll have to look into that. One thing I've done is just switch to herbal tea, and I have not really missed my decaf coffee, which that's saying something. So don't believe all the hype. Yep, you know what? My everyday wife life, there's so much hype. There's so much hype, and we've got to do our own research for sure. And I share stuff, but you guys know I am not an expert, so I'm just sharing my experience with things. But okay, let me scroll down here. Yeah, it does. It keeps me from tossing. Oh, okay. Black olives just sound okay. That they black olives have a distinct taste. That's for sure. I think I like them when we have a holiday dinner and we have turkey and jello and different things on the table and sweet potatoes. And then the olives are there on the salad sometimes. I guess too, I like the black olives. I chopped up in my taco salad. That's where I like to eat them too, but I won't eat them by themselves. I do like green olives with cheese though. I love, like, I'll eat green olives and cheese with a glass of wine. That's like my really favorite little snack. Let's see. Yep, trying to quit coffee, Michelle. Well, I'm down, right. The last few days I've had 1 cup of coffee a day, and that's saying something. But I don't know if I'm going to quit completely or even try. So 1 cup a day instead of 2. Yes, that's awesome. So Michelle, do you feel like your green smoothies help you with that coffee? Because that's what I've noticed. I have a cup of coffee in the morning after I have my little silent time, and then I drink my green smoothie, and then I don't want any more coffee after that. So I don't know what that's about, but yeah, I don't seem to want it. So, oh, thank you, Laura. I think you just, let's see, I saw something that your name popped up. So I don't know if you text me or if you had posted something, but need to cut down on coffee. You know, we get addicted to adrenaline, you know, and coffee does this to us too. It gets us, you know, gets the adrenaline going. And it's when you operate from that, it's you know, it's not the best thing. So, which is something I like. I've always known this. Like we want to get our energy from our passions and things to look forward to and excitement for life kind of thing. But some days you just got to have coffee because you just can't generate that all the time. So, okay, you text me. Thank you, Laura. I'll check that out. I saw it was like a chart or something that you sent me. So you don't know that you haven't been consistent enough with green smoothies to know. Okay, Michelle, so I've been doing green smoothies every day for consistently for 1 week, and it's only been in the last couple of days. So I haven't been doing it long term. So, but the other thing I've done is I changed my routine so that I'm doing my workouts first thing in the morning after I kind of finish off my Savers Miracle Morning routine. There's 2 more things on there. So I finished that off, and then and that's new. So I'm not really sitting around thinking about my second cup of coffee, which I used to have 2 cups of coffee before I pretty much started my day. So so with Savers, visualizing myself going through the day. I'm finishing this up from what I started earlier. And then E from Savers, the E is exercise, and the R is reading, and then the S, Savers, the S is scribing, which is journaling. So then I exercise, and I've been doing that 4-minute exercise. You can find it on YouTube. There's a 4-minute exercise video that's really, really good. So sometimes if I am not going to do my full lifting session, I'll just do that 4-minute routine, and I'll do it like 3 times a day. Bam, that's 15 minutes. And that's awesome. And then, but I'll do it in the morning. I'll always do some kind of exercise first thing in the morning. And then I read something, which a lot of times I'm listening on Audible while I'm exercising. So then that takes care of both. And then S is, and I do podcast, like I'll listen to podcast. I count that for reading. So I'll listen to podcast. And then S is scribing, which is journaling, which I do that anyway. So yeah, that's doing that, the Savers, and then the green smoothie. I don't know what it is, but it's really had me cut out coffee. So 4-minute exercise. I started the 7-minute workout app. Cool. Okay, Laura. Laura, that's I've heard of the 7-minute workout. I signed up too for it's a course. It's called the something science 9-minute science-based exercise, and I'm getting a course, an email every day, and I read it, and it talks about the science behind the HIIT and interval exercise, and then it has a workout, and it tells you, you know, so you're doing, you know, it's the HIIT, and I'm rewiring my brain because I've always like operated like, no, you got to get on the treadmill for 30 minutes, and bust your butt or get on the bike. So that's all like new, even though my trainer, that's what she had me doing HIIT. She never had me doing a lot of cardio. But when I stopped working out with her in person and kind of went off on my own, um, she was telling me what to do, but not, I wasn't really doing it because I didn't know the science behind it. She told me to do it. I did it. I got results, and that was good enough for me. But then when I'm off on my own, I want to know why I'm doing certain things. Like, should I keep doing this? And if I don't learn it for myself, I can't maintain, those lifestyle changes. I can't keep running back to her. I mean, I think it's good to have a trainer or a coach or somebody teach you, like a teacher, but then you got to learn it and integrate it. And I'm trying that. So yeah, walk, stretch, weights, green smoothie. That sounds great. This science-based exercise routine, it's very similar to that. So you want to there's yoga. So you end with yoga, but you're doing some stretching, yoga, interval, getting your cardio up. So yeah. And water, yes, water. So, okay, so, and then you just exercise whenever. And, yep, it, I think like there's certain things, I'm still adding things to my calendar every day. Like every week I'm looking at, my routine and what worked and what didn't work, and giving myself permission to just not try to add everything at once, if, and I mean, the Fly Lady system, that's really what it's helping me with, is just develop one good habit a month. And she has the habits, there's 12 habits, you work on one a month for the entire year, but you can use that for any area. Like for me, drinking water might be one of my habits. There's like, I'll look at some of her habits and I think, well, I already know that. I already do that. So that's not going to be the one I work on, but I'll pick on something else that I want to work on. So this month it is my sink, because I'm just trying to get a handle on just having my dishes and all of that done. So that's a good one for me this month. But drinking water is going to be a habit. I mean, I'm kind of working on that, but I'm not going to beat myself up if I don't get that handled. I'm going to specifically focus on one main habit a month, and that's her system's helping me with that. So I'm still on a pot of coffee before starting. Yeah, Michelle, that's kind of where I was too. I was drinking quite a bit of coffee. So now I'm saying I'm drinking 1 cup a day right now. Next month, I may be in a totally different space and I might have fallen off this whole routine, or maybe my body, I don't know. After 1 month of smoothies, maybe things will change. So I don't know. I'm hoping I'm being consistent even when I don't want to. I'm looking to see what I have scheduled for that day, what routines I want to have on particular, like today it's a planning day, and it would be easy for me to say, no, I'm not going to plan today. I don't have time. I'm going to go take down my Christmas decor. But I know that I've made an agreement with myself to stick with it. So I'm going to plan today. And so I made myself sit down and plan, and I'm developing the habits of doing these certain things and hoping that, I'm not going to just hope, I'm standing for that this is going to help me to create consistent, changes over time. So that's my goal. And if it doesn't work, I'm not going to do it anymore. So, okay. Oh, all right. Let me go. Okay. You got to get back to work, Laura. Okay. You have a great day. Thanks for popping in, and I will read your email. Yeah, treadmill is cardio, and so is the bike. Yes. And Nona Grace, and I do get on my bike and I use my treadmill a lot. And so yeah, I think that the thing is, like, what my trainer would have me do, so she would have me lift weights, but then between sets, I would do some jump squats. So I was doing the hit between like you lift, like I'll do my bicep curls and then I'll do a minute of jump squats. and then I'll do some something else, some try whatever, some other type of weightlifting, and then I'll do some lunges or something like that. So I'm getting these bursts of cardio between my weights. And then I get on my bike or my treadmill after, and I only have to get on there for 15 to 20 minutes if I did my HIIT during my lifting session. But if I, otherwise, I would just get on the treadmill and do 45 minutes and I did that for 5 months. When I first started my gym membership, I would go to the gym, I would get on my treadmill, and I had about 35 pounds to lose. And my doctor I was on high blood pressure medicine, and the doctor said, you better make changes or you're going to stroke out and you're never going to get off high blood pressure medicine. So I would go to the gym and I would get on the treadmill and I would get on there and I would stay on there for 45 minutes. And I did that for 5 months and did not lose 1 pound. Nothing. And I was eating salads for dinner and I was trying all these things and I was on my blood pressure medicine. And it was even the one where it, what do you call it? Has I don't know, that part has got two things, and one of them is helps you to relieve water weight. So I was doing all of that, wasn't losing weight. Finally hired my trainer, and that's the first thing she did to say, you need to lift your weights, do your weight training, and then get on your cardio or your treadmill, do your treadmill after, and you don't have to spend as much time and it's more effective. But I know that it's still good to get out to do walks, and it's still good to do functional exercise, which is treadmill, bike. It's still good to do those. And as I get older, I probably will. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with my joints and all. So far, I'm healthy, but at some point, I guess, I'm going to have to look at spinning. And I don't lift a lot of weights. I don't lift a lot of weight. Like sometimes 8 pounds on a side lateral or front lateral raise, that's plenty for me. And so I'm not like any kind of power lifter or anything like that. So I'm hoping I can maintain this for a while. So then biking randomly with husband last night, and we went for 8 miles. Yeah, I love bike riding. Yes, HIIT is cardio and muscle building. That's right. Well, and that's, Nona Grace, that reminds me too. Sometimes I would just do, yeah, so you can use, like what I would do sometimes is I would do my lifting, like 2 sets of lifting or whatever, my strength training, and then I would jump on the bike for 2 minutes. Then I'd get off the bike and I would do some other kind of lifting, and then I'd get on the treadmill, and then I'd get on the elliptical. I would just switch it off, and I would just be doing these 2-minute bursts of cardio rather than doing it all at once. I would just squeeze it in between my lifting session, and that really, that's what my trainer had me doing, and that made I started losing weight and lost the 30 pounds, got off high blood pressure medicine. So that HIIT was really what made a difference for me. And now I'm trying to learn the science. I'm trying to learn more about that. So let's see. So, all right, Michelle, so your hubs wants bikes and you like walking. Well, you have such a pretty place to walk too. I love watching your videos when you're walking. I love my bike. John and I, in the summer, we bike because we have road bikes, and we'll bike 30 to 40 miles. He does more than I do. He does century rides, so he'll do like 100-mile ride. But I would never try to do that. I struggle with 30 to 40 miles. I feel like I've accomplished something, and I have to work my way up to that. But that's a different kind of riding, because you're riding with the intent to go the distance. You're not just riding a casual ride, like down the nature trail or something, and really enjoying the scenery. And I would like to do more of that, but he's like, oh no, let's get on and let's ride. And I want to slow things down. So I think I would like a good mountain bike. Actually, when we go camping, I wouldn't mind doing more mountain biking, slowing it down on those trails. So Tai Chi, yes. Okay, and then, yeah, so my everyday wife life, 5 pounds weight. And sometimes I've gone down to a 5-pound weight on I'm like, my arms are weak. So on my side lateral, when I'm alternating front lateral, which I keep saying this, let me just show you guys. I have my Good Vibes sweatshirt on, but my front laterals where you're coming up like this, and then you go side, and then up the front and the side. Those are front and side laterals alternating. And so my trainer had me doing those. And I noticed I had to go down to 8 pounds from 10 when I alternate like that. And then one day I went to 5 because I just couldn't do it. So, you know, you just have to do whatever you can do. To me, it's like I used to work out with my friend at the gym, and she wasn't lifting as much as me. But I would tell her, your 10 pounds you might be working harder with your 10 pounds than I'm doing with my 15 pounds. And that's what it's about. It's, building strength. So, Tai Chi, I know people who do Tai Chi and love it. I've never done it. It'd probably be good for me to do that. So, so you bought e-bikes, and we can 15. Oh, e-bikes. So is that like a station? It's like the stationary bike that's hooked up to the internet kind of thing. Is that what that is? My battery's at 15%. So that's the universe telling me, Vicki, you've been yammering long enough. So we'll go a few more minutes and wrap up. Bought those e-bikes. Yeah, I don't know what's okay. So you have to tell me what those are, or I can only, so e-bikes, and we can do 15, 20 minutes, and it's still exercise. Yeah. 4 miles on a regular bike. Okay. Oh, are you talking about the ones that incline, like those for maybe you're talking about those that they incline back or something. It has a battery, so to say. Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about now. I've ridden one of those. Those things are awesome. So you're riding them, and they generate, so they have a battery, and as you're riding them, you're pedaling, you're charging up that battery, and it assists you. I rode one of those, and what John and I we did like a 30-mile ride out to, we have a bunch of, like a friend of ours owns a bike shop, and then they have, he was having this display of his new bikes. This thing was like $2,000, which is why I don't have one. But gosh, I would love to have one of those e-bikes. So yeah, you can go faster and farther, and yeah, it's awesome. If you get a chance to test drive one, guys, if you don't have one, because they're fun. So now, okay, so you're saying this one's different. So the one you're talking about might be different than the one I test drove, but the one I did, it looks like a bike, but it's like a electric bike, and you can still pedal, and you still exercise, but it just makes it a little bit easier because you're, it's assisting you with there's an electric kind of generator component thing that assists you. So, it doesn't charge. You can assist you when you need it. Oh, but you have to pedal the whole time. Yeah, that's right. It doesn't go by itself. But I thought pedaling actually helped you. Maybe it doesn't. I thought as you pedal, it still charged up your battery, but you still have to always pedal. But I might be wrong, because I just test drove one. Yeah, so you're still exercising. It's not like a motorized bike, and you can't, you're not just going to be able to sit there and cruise. You have to always be pedaling, but it helps. And like one pedal, you'll go farther per pedal. That's what I remember. So yeah, you plug it in, and when you get home. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what he did too. It was like you could charge it, but I don't know why I was thinking that pedaling helped generate that too, but maybe not. So you were very good at getting me moving, weights on my ankles. Aw, that's awesome. Yep, Nona Grace, it's just fitting the stuff, like fitting these little exercise bits of exercise into our day while we're doing other things. I did put my Fitbit on. I rebelled for the longest time because I did not want to be told what to do and when to do it after I closed my job. You know, I left my business, and so I'm not wearing a Fitbit. You know, how, remember when women said they kind of burned their bras back in whenever that was, like, that was sort of a symbol for, I think, just independence, and my Fitbit represented that for me when I put that on to the side and I said, no, I'm not doing it. But I'm finding that I'm back, I'm ready for more structure again. And just having my Fitbit on is really helping me, because plus it connects to our insurance. We get credit for doing our steps every day towards our health insurance. So John encouraged me because there was dollar signs attached. So that was my real motivation for doing it. But I'm liking it. So those laterals are the hardest thing for me, Nona Grace. Those are really the hardest thing for me. Arms. Today, let's see. I'm trying to think what I'm going to go down and do something today. Yeah, I don't know. That's John calling to check on me, probably saying you're getting your Fitbit points in. So, all right, guys. Well, I'm down to 12% on my battery, so I got to go recharge my battery. And Michelle, my everyday Wi-Fi, hopefully I got that cleared up. Really well. Yeah, you get, yeah, credit. We get. Let me send him a message. Okay. All right. So yeah, so we have to punch in. We only have to get 6,500 a day, but then we get it's on our health savings account or something. It's not like the insurance. To me, I put that all in one category because that's John handles that because it's through his company. But it's the health savings account. We get credit in our health savings account for having 6,500 steps a day, 20 days a month. I get like a couple $100 or something, or between the two of us. So it's, yeah, that buys a lot of contact solution, and stuff like that. So, all right, guys. Well, it is, let's see, how long have we been on? I don't have a clue because I can't. Oh, 57 minutes. Well, I want to thank you. I mean, this is awesome. I was going to just record a video, and then I thought, no, I'm just going to do a live because it's more fun. And then I don't just sit and go, oh, here's what I'm doing, which is really, really boring. I get to, we get to sort of, I think when you guys share what you're doing and then we talk about it, that's the stuff I think helps other people. So, all right, that's John 3 times in a row. So I'm going to go call him back. So, all right, guys, thank you so much. Thank you, Nona Grace, and thank you, my everyday wife life. Michelle, Life Adventures in Keto, you have an interview coming up with someone I saw. I'm going to go check that out. Hopefully, I don't know if you already did that, but if so, I'll do the replay. I'm loving your interviews that you're doing. And oops, I've got my hand in front of the camera. So, and then, yeah, and I was so happy that Laura got to join us too. So, and yeah, so thank you, ladies. Have a wonderful day. Let's just one step at a time. We don't have to get overwhelmed and do everything. Progress, not perfection. That's like my motto. Progress, not perfection. So take care, and I'll see you guys. I'm going to go catch up with your videos. So I'll be seeing you guys pretty soon here. Bye.